and pencils for. That's what taking notes is for. See if you can't increase your ability to comprehend ideas, information that can be life transforming. Don't miss the opportunity to learn. Take a good key phrase home, use it in your training. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be casual in learning. Develop a whole new intensity that you're not going to miss the information. You're not going to miss the stories. You're not going to miss the details. Get smart. Here's a couple of parts to it. Number one, your own personal experience. Right? If you've had a bad week, just sit down and ponder that for a while. Study it. See if you can't pick up some ideas from a poor week and then make a better week. Okay? Learn from your own experiences. One way to learn to do it right is do it wrong. I mean, that's one way to learn to do it right. Do it wrong. Now, the key is don't let it take too long. If you've done it wrong for a year, we suggest that's long enough. You don't need another year just to prove a point. No, 1 year is enough. Learn from your own experience, right? So the call didn't go well, all the stuff. Guess what they did when they finished that call? They made another call. What else could we do to make it better? How could we possibly improve? This is called the possibility for life change. Starts with education. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in picking up the ideas. Don't be lazy in learning from your own experience. That's why you've heard from some people that have shared their testimonial here and given you some of their ideas, ways, and means of taking this product to the marketplace, making it work for you. We've devoted most of our time for that, and well, we should. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of life change. Some people want to start with motivation. You don't start with motivation. You can tell we don't spend that much time on motivation.
I don't know what your goal is, but I want you to visualize it right now and repeat out to me with power and conviction. Let us say together, it's possible. Together, please. Say it again, please. See, that's the first step.
When you're pursuing your greatness, you live from a place of the willingness to live life courageously, to be willing to take chances, to become a risk taker, to make impact, to go beyond believing to knowing, to lean not unto your own understanding, to feel within yourself. There's some cause, there's something that's bigger than me, but I'm never alone in facing this. There's a presence that will never leave me nor forsake me. And that when you step into that place, more of thee, less of me, that there's a place where we can go within ourselves. There are things that we can accomplish, things that we can do that eye has not seen, ear has not heard.
Just give me a second, guys.
God has in store for us. When we surrender life to me, when you're pursuing your greatness, you find something that you love, that you surrender to that something gives you life, and that you turn yourself over to that and allow yourself to be used by life. That, to me, is what greatness is. When I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I was pondering about my life, am I going to beat this? And I was reading his words for comfort, and he said, the ideal situation for a man or woman to die is to have family members praying with them as they cross over. But imagine being on your deathbed and standing around your...
Yes. Hope everybody's doing okay. You can hear me just fine. This is new software, so just bear with me. I'm supposed to have some shit streaming. I don't see nothing streaming, man. What in the fuck? All right, my audio was removed. All right, looks like we're running audio. All right, been in this TQQ trade for a minute here. Look at this. Look at this stage one. Amazing, right? And look at this run. I got the wrong. My settings are slightly different for day trading. All right, so we're watching the TQQ just run up, man. It's, I don't know, I'm up like 1,400 points. What's up, Nick? Appreciate you. If you can hit like, do it. If you can't, don't. I got to remember, I got a camera on me. I'm over here fucking. Where is this goddamn banner? Give me just a second. You guys don't see a banner, do you? I hate learning new platforms. Good day in the market. Tesla's running. All right, let's do scroll across the bottom, add banner. I don't see no goddamn banner. I'll fuck with that on my time, I guess. A little behind the scenes there. I'm messing with this StreamYard. You're supposed to be able to have little banners, and this should help me be able to bring some people on here. I'd like to do some live trading with Michael, do some live day trading. We'll come back to it. Audio sounds good. It's in my ear. So nice move out of Tesla today. Let me hide this. Let's back this up and let's catch our waves. One of the things I do whenever I come to a chart, okay, let's say I've never seen this chart before and you're like, Gerald, what do you think of this? The very first thing I do is I start marking all the crosses. In my mind, I'm doing this. And all I'm looking for is, for the most part, whenever I get a price above the 20 and the 5 cracks, you know, just price run. If it doesn't run, I'm not in, there's no reason to even look at that stock. We need these big, long runs. That's how we make money as swing traders and day traders. So I don't know if I tell you, if you're on it, I got mad at the guy for shorting Tesla based on this here. Price is above the 20. So if you're Gerald Peters, if you're me trading money flow, I'm looking to add, not get out. Just because the day moves down, as long as we're above the 20, the money flow says you're in a stage 2. I'm not trying to interpret it. I'm assuming we're going to stay in a stage 2. So I'm looking to add on these weekdays here, not short or get out. And then, of course, now we're running. So as a swing trader, I'm looking for it to run to the previous high, but I know it's not going to be perfect. So it's going to be between 19 and 21 would be my target, right? And I'm going to keep an eye on this RSI. Now, well, we won't get into that. We'll save that for another class. Shit, I didn't have it on. So let's assume this is done. There's my anchor point or apex point. Stage 3 box. Let's see if that plays out.
Bear the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities given to you by life, but you, for whatever reason, you never pursued those dreams. You never acted on those ideas. You never used those gifts, and there they are looking at you with large angry eyes saying, we came to you. Only you could have given us life, and now we must die with you forever. The question is, if you died today, what dreams, what ideas, what gifts will die with you?
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. You need.
What 5 things have you already accomplished that you're proud of? That you've already accomplished that you're proud of. Next question. What do you want in the next 10 years? I want you to make a list of at least 50 items. Now, this is not what you think you can get. This is what you want. If everything fell into place and you could have anything you wanted in the next 10 years, what would that list be?
I'm not starting, but I wouldn't.
You can earn,
I don't want to order a bunch of shit,
not something you think you can, finally be so successful you can get. This is
a couple sides or
what would
something.
really do it for you the next 10 years. I want you to make this list. And here's the deal now. I want you to put each item one under the other, not side by side, but one under the other, and make as long a list as you possibly can in the time I'm going to give you. One underneath the other, because we're going to do some things with this list when you finish. Okay? Just start writing now as fast as you can. Abbreviate where you can. Make a longer list. If something's private, put it in code so nobody can figure it out. If they got a hold of this list. One underneath the other. As fast as you can write. Just let your dreams, run free here. Not what you think you can get, but what you want. If everything fell into place, you could have whatever you wanted the next 10 years, what would that be? Little things, major things, insignificant things, doesn't matter. Just make the list. Places you want to visit. I've been to a lot of countries, but I got a long list of countries I haven't been to yet. Last year, I checked Cyprus off my list. What countries haven't you been to that you'd like to visit the next 10 years? Cities you'd like to visit. I've never been to Venice. I've been around the world and all over Italy, and I've never been to Venice, so it's on my list. I haven't been to Egypt. I haven't been to Saudi Arabia. You'd think I've been everywhere, 39 years. Not yet. What experiences would you like to have in the next 10 years? Parachute out of an airplane, star in a movie, play in a rock and roll band, win a gold medal in the Olympics, start a new family, try a new sport. What do you want for your children? That's a whole list in itself. Education, places you want to take them. What new skill would you like to learn over the next 10 years? When I started learning new skills at age 25, it changed my life. I learned sales, multiplied my income by 5 first year. I learned how to find good people, recruiting, multiplied my income some more. Learned how to organize, learned how to promote, rewarding people for small steps of progress. I became so good at that, my income went crazy. Maybe you'd like to give seminars, write some books. The next 10 years.
Here we go, man.
Some things right away, within the next year, some on out.
Hold on, Jim. Here we go. Are you fucking? Oh, it's gonna fuck with me, guys. It's gonna take me a little while to get this new platform. You have to hit a button that says show. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, so we had what looked like it's exactly what we were showing in Tesla. See how that started to come down? So see this coming down? You might think, oh, this is going to break down and come down. Well, we don't know that. Look, now it's running. Same thing in Tesla, man. Just because it pulled back to here, it's still above the 20. So we got to, the benefit of the doubt is that the stage 2 keeps going. That's the money flow. All right, I got to figure out, take me off this damn thing. I'll fuck around and get deleted for doing things not supposed to do, Gerald. Is it just me, or does this sound like Michael Douglas? Are you referring to me, sir? Do I sound sexy to you, sir? Let's see. We'll leave that for B. Let's check out RTX. RTX came down big. I like RTX. This is Raytheon. Big smash. Looks like they're going to take a big write-off, huh? Stock's got to write that off. Would you buy shares here? All right, I'm about to flip out. Do not buy shares of Raytheon here. So what we're waiting on what? The stage 4 bottom. Right here. So as this comes in, you want to catch this bottom. So if this is in your buy and hold, you know what? I mean, dude, this is a blue chip stock way underneath the 90. I would go read on some fundamentals and yeah, this is not an anchor point. I wouldn't call an audible here. And you see why. Look where when it closes, bang in the bottom of this tells you this bitch is going. But you see over here where it dropped down and came all the way back to the thing. I mean, you might there, but only time I call an audible when I think it's just stupid. And if you notice, usually when I call an audible, the whole market's getting smashed, not just one stock. This is going down because they fucked up. It's in my buy and hold though, so let's give this stage 3 a minute, man.
Benevolence goals. Maybe you've got a long list of projects you'd like to support. Now, this is not what you think you can do. This is what you'd really like to do. Mark Hughes had a passion for helping kids that had drug problems. One year he gave $8 million. $8 million. When I first met him, he couldn't give 800. Finally, he could give 8 million. Andrew Carnegie said, I'm going to spend the first half of my life accumulating money, and I'm going to spend the last half of my life giving it all away. That's big time. In the first half of his life, he accumulated $400 million, which back then was a lot of money. Guess what he did the last half of his life? He gave it all away. So keep your list going. What's got you turned on? Maybe you've been turned off until you got here this weekend. I want you to start working on turning your lights on for accomplishments. You can't believe what you can accomplish if you'll just work hard on this list. You know, it's amazing how adults have, a problem with this, right? Let's see. And kids don't have any problem. They'd be asking for extra sheets of paper by now. I mean, Kids say, you mean anything I want the next 10 years? Yes, write it all down. They would go like crazy. A cabin in the mountains, upstairs maid, a cook, a chauffeur. How about your investments, properties? One of my goals was someday to be financially independent. We're going to talk about that a little later. My father convinced me years and years ago that someday I should be debt-free, owe no one anything. My mother and father practiced that. When I inherited the estate, all the lands and the house and the buildings and the things and the cars and everything, guess how much was owing when I inherited it all? 0. Not 1 penny. Everything free. It is a glorious feeling for no one to have a claim on anything you got. Maybe you want to be in the top 10 in wealth. Is Bill Gates still number 1? The top 10 or the top 20? I mean, you know, whatever. Maybe you're working on a new invention. Congratulations. Someday, who knows? Make a list of your health goals. Got to have a good physical support system over the next 10 years. How healthy do you want to be? Eliminate some illnesses, eliminate some weaknesses. Get strong for competition in the 21st century. One of my goals was to have a residence in each season, for each season. Finally, check that off my list. So I could spend winter here and summer here.
I'm working on that right there, man. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll get this down. Apologize on the thing on the screen share there. Paul's no gym there because that's one of my goals, man. I want a house for every season. So this thing is still running. I'm gonna trim a little more. I'm down to trimming. When it gets this far, I was saying earlier, I start to trim in increments of 25 shares, not 100. And I'm down to 450 shares. So we're going to keep doing 50. And when I get to 300, I drop to 25 because we started with 2,000 shares. And so as this moves higher, I just start trimming out, man. So I'm up 1,261 points today. We'll let this keep going here. If you notice, I do most of my trading from a pad, not a computer, because I like to be mobile. I don't want to, when I leave, I don't want to have to not do it, you know? I got to remember the camera's right there. Jesus. And look over here where price started to come underneath the 20. Again, started to come under the 20, next bar up. Started to come under 20, next bar up. Over here, started to come under 20, next bar up. I assume when it drops under the 20, the next bar is going to be up. That's how much it happens. I don't guess they need that. Let's see. I had some homework I'd posted last week on sector rotations. I did a class last night with the Wealth Squad and my buddy Michael. That was cool. It went well until the person started talking about shorting oil stocks, and then I lost it. Let's see. Yeah, don't buy RTX yet. Gush is down. Check bonds. Hold on, let me grab something. If you got any stocks when we look at in YouTube, let me know. Again, Bear with me. I'm trying to learn this software.
Residence for each season. An apartment in Manhattan. A ranch in Brazil. What would really
Lake house,
do it for
beach
you?
house.
Some goals for your career, your business. I put a little revenge on my first list. Some of the people that said I couldn't do well, they were on that first list. Couldn't wait to get my new car, drive it up on their lawn, and say, "Oh, pardon me, here's the money to have it fixed." I mean, I had some stuff on my list. Something that would give you incredible satisfaction. Old Testament, God says, "Vengeance is mine, all mine." No wonder he wants it all. It feels so good. If I was God, I'd want it all. What would really do it for you? Some scores to settle, gently but deliberately. My Japanese friend, Toro Ikeda, San Jose, California, put on his first list a Caucasian gardener. I thought, hey, that's good, Toro. What would do it for you? A hobby you'd like to start? Collecting. New car? Become a race driver? I got this neat little motorhome, right? Put the dirt bike on the back, away I go. I'm now putting a fax machine in my motorhome so I can be a little more in touch even when I'm gone. Here's my new mode for the future. In touch and out of reach. That's the new deal. So yes, you can, right? You can contact him, but you can't find him. For a while, he's gone. So, what is your goal for the future? To get away, something that would really serve you well in terms of refreshing, change of pace, skills you want to help teach your children. I taught my girls how to swim, how to dive. Such great satisfaction when they used to say, "Watch me, Daddy, watch me. Look how good I am. You taught me, watch me." I've got a good phrase for you. This is a good one to put in here. All life seems to wish to reward its benefactor. All life wishes to reward its benefactor. If you take especially good care of the flowers, they will bloom especially bright for you. If you teach your children, they will want to show off for you. "Daddy, look how good I am." All life takes delight in rewarding its benefactor.
Jesus, sorry,
What
guys.
classes would you like to teach? My friend Lydia Cologne, who 20 years ago invested $1. Now she's
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting the way they switch the things here. I apologize. I meant to leave that on TQ. Bear with me, man. I'll figure this shit out. Man, that pisses me off. I got so angry at my software that I deleted it from the computer. Believe me, I can do that. I fired my mother, so I fired my mother because she had finally made me so mad. Now look, remember I said this was probably a stage 3, but we don't know, right? I'm not in the prediction game. I'm in the what is game. And it looked like right here we were right. And then what? We broke through. Now you could have added over here and keep pushing this trade. You're going to find that hard to do. Very few people can keep adding and pushing and making more and more money because truth is most people when they trade expect to lose. Here we go, 41.87. It just keeps pushing higher and higher, guys. Let's see if we got some people. What's up, Jess? What's up, Jess? So I've got 4 monitors here. That's what I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to see move shit over. Yeah, we'll check on BX here in a minute. I'm kind of wishing I'd have bought more BX. I didn't buy more BX because it's my largest position. I've got, I don't know, almost 40 grand or something of it. But if you remember, for the longest time, I've been telling anytime that would go stage 1, I think anybody in Discord knows this. If something goes stage 1, I'm the first guy saying, hey, I'm not buying it here, but I would buy it. And hopefully a lot of you got into BX. I've been, and that's portfolio management, man. And I'm going to talk some more about this. We'll probably do it for Discord. I've got one video out there on portfolio management. I need to put that back out and then do the second part. Somebody was asking me this today. I don't try to balance my stocks. Meaning I got $40,000 or whatever of BX, and I've got like $400 of a new stock. BX, Pepsi, Exxon, they are what they are. I just leave them be. And I don't want to keep trimming them, trying to balance something, because then you're taking from your best picks to add to new ones that may or may not work. And if you go like read Warren Buffett's letter, he talks about most of his money's been made in 3 stocks, and he's just let them go and let them do. So there's nothing wrong with that. And it can become large. And rather than trim it, put more fucking money in your account and make the other positions large. Don't kill a winner. Trim it once, but don't keep trimming it down and down and down and down and down to go add, don't trim something that's killing it to go add to Walgreens. Keep the one that's killing it, put the new money in Walgreens. And then you're doing both. Then you got the best of both worlds, man. Earlier, somebody said to me they didn't have any money to add. That's not true. You got $1. I'm like, yeah. Well, then shut the fuck up. You got money to add. So don't talk like that. See, I'm a huge believer that when you say that, you're telling the universe you're broke. Instead of saying that, say, well, at least shit, I'm going to put this $1 in. Like, don't say you don't have money to add. It's a fucking dumb statement. It's not true. You're lying. You do have money. You may not have a lot of money, but you have money. And so be very careful what you say to your subconscious over and over and over, man. You would never hear me say I don't have money to add. I could be flat broke, have no money, owe money. I'd be like, I got money. Like, you're never going to hear me say I don't have it. I picked up some BX, and Major Mills, you bought BX today? I hope not. Oh, yeah. Surely you don't mean that. I'm assuming you don't. Let's see. All right. We're about to have a possible stage 4 breakdown here. So I have a homeless person at my door looking in, watching me trade. They're looking at the charts. I should bring in the homeless guy. He'd probably do his homework. Let's see. All right, here we go. So looking at this, we got a little pivot point here. So if I'm trading super aggressive, you could start taking down some of the trade on that. But we've had a great run. I'm going to give that as a pivot point. And as long as this support level holds, then I'm good. So if it goes under the 20 and the 5 crosses, if the next bar breaks this support, we'll get out. And we had it'll be a good move. Oh, okay. Beautiful, bro. Major Mills. Is Major your first name, bro? I used to have a buddy in the Army. His first name was Major. And no, sorry. His last name was Major. He's a sergeant. So you can imagine when you say, hey, what's up, Sergeant Major? Sergeant Major is the highest rank you can be for enlisted people in the Army. Well, the guy in our unit's last name was Major, and he was a sergeant. So like every time we'd be, and he'd be like, what's up, Sergeant Major? You'd see people like freak out, and it's like, no, his name is Major, and he's a sergeant. Anyway, if you're in the Army, you'd realize why that's funny. All right, we're probably getting out here. This was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful run here. I'm out. Now, this could come right back, and if you're a day trader, you just get right back in. Now, here's the cool thing. Down here, 2,000 shares. By the time we got to this, 320, was it 350? 350 shares. I should have been down lower, to be honest. I was starting to just try to let it drift. Let's clean this up. Man, that was a beautiful run, guys. So I'm out. If we go to the higher time frame, let's go right across the bottom. I'm saying the higher time frame. So what are we looking like on the 10-minute? Hold on. Hey, bro, switch that other chart. Put TQ on a 1 minute on this chart and put the 10-minute over here where I can see it on the right, okay? Thank you. Did they hear it? We got to change either. Is there no way for me to say that to you and nobody can hear it? I mean, can we add a second mic and I mute this one? I know it's getting complicated. Don't worry about that. You can't even click buttons. So if we look on the 10-minute, we're extended. We're extended. Stage 1, 2, possible 3, right? All right, let's go to the 30-minute. 7 days extended, but not the higher. Now look where's our target. So if you're trading on a 30-minute, you're trading up in here, right? I would trim this if I was trading on 30-minute. So there's your stage 1 buy. You had a little break, but guess what? Next candle came right back. Remember we were saying that. Don't get out just because it breaks it. It needs to break. You need a second confirmation. Now we've run up. I'd be taking down some of that 30-minute trade. Now this is 30-minute, same pattern. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 30-minute. Now what? Stage 2 on a 30-minute, back down to the 10-minute. What? Stage 2 on that. It's a little extreme. Go down to the 1 minute. Stage 4 decline, right? So make sure you're set up to get back in. I'm not. I'm supposed to have people helping, and they cannot do shit. But 1,224 points today. Let's say that's dollars. It's not, in case the FBI, CIA, or whoever's listening. I would never trade for real money. This is not real money. It's for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a poor white boy from a trailer park in Arkansas. So this is for points only. And you see the RSI working off. I would like to see this break and come down and get some extremes, and we could get the same setup we got before. So we would wait here and see. It came right back after that break. So, oh shit, be ready. I got my finger on the trigger. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and enter based on support. If this support breaks, I'm going to jump out. So I just got in for 1,000 shares just for fun. There's my stop. We've had such a good run. Oh, look at that. Now I only got 1,000 because I wasn't overly confident. This motherfucker filled me at the bam. You see how like that slight delay right there is when I told you I was going to do it. And then it got me in at 41.82. I am pissed. That is not a good fill. You see the difference in that from here and 82? That's $100 difference. $100 in a click of a mouse. We're in the green though. I don't like this though. I don't like this when I'm swing trading either. It just didn't come back far. I like this to go extreme, and you could avoid the trade. You could be like, nah, I'm not going to do this. I will take some down right here. I'll promise you. I apologize for the cursing. So here we go. We'll let this run. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was very upset this morning. Anybody that's in Discord with me, not every one of you guys, I realize I'm not talking to every single person every fucking time I talk. I have a lot of followers. Everyone that I messaged but one person, I said, hey, did you do your homework? No. No. I didn't do it, Gerald. I just played with myself all weekend. I took a shower. I went to the restroom. I ate. I hung out with me. I mean, I did everything but that, Gerald. Here we go. I did everything but work on becoming a great trader, Gerald. There you go. So yeah, appreciate you, Mayor, for the like. So my new rule. Yeah, it makes me mad, man. And then the one person I was hoping wouldn't let me down, I sent her, where are you at? I said, hey, did you do your homework last night? And she's like, of course. Sent me a picture of herself doing it. Now, what's the homework? Let me show you. Well, I'm not going to get it out. I'm not going to get mad about it anymore. This here. I was hoping, like I've done this for the last, 15 years. I do it on paper. I started doing it on a whiteboard so that I could visually show everyone what I was doing, but I would do this on paper. I didn't do every one. It's the ones in play, right? The ones that, because sometimes they're gray area. They may not quite be a stage 4 one. So the idea here is not to list all 118 stocks that I own. It's to see the eye of the market. So when you sit back and contemplate and look at these, this is what I do. I stare at this. This is in my living room. So as we're watching TV, I'm looking over here. Cisco, Intel, Spot. Are there any connections here? And then I look over, okay, what dividends am I getting? What about the stage ones? Wow, there's a lot of BB in trades. And this is going to help me start to see the market rotation from the video we talked about. I had the video that was a cartoon, very simply explaining market rotation. And then I had a more complicated one. It was a fund manager, Howard Marks, explaining how you do it with billions of dollars. And I don't know, man. A lot of people that, in my opinion, should have read it, should have done it, didn't. So fuck it. I deleted my board too. Not going to share mine either. Fuck it. We just won't do it. That's my new deal. So yeah, piss me off, man. And I promise you, if you don't do that every week, I'm always going to be better than you. I don't know what to say. That's why I'm up 82% this year trading and you're not, because you don't give a fuck. Now, that may not be you. I'm talking to the nation there. All right, we might be able to add to this. Let's see if this holds. And there's zero fuck excuse. Zero. I don't give a fuck if you were kidnapped by aliens and sent to fucking Acapulco. There is zero fuck reasons why you can't do that. Zero. Fucking zero. So, but after today, I don't care. I'm actually not going to check anymore. But I am going to do this. If you're in my inner circle and I text you all the time, don't fucking text me if you're not doing this. Stay out of my circle. There were a couple people today. I was like, all right, I'm not texting this person anymore. As far as I'm literally wasting my time talking to them. Control your inner circle. I'm not saying don't have a lot of people around you, but don't have a lot of people around you that are close in your world that can't add value. Don't have stock conversations with people who don't do homework, don't study. They actually don't know what the fuck they're doing. You're wasting your time talking to them. So, there, it's out of my system. It's over now. Let's see. Sugar lumps, did you do yours? All right. Well, anybody have any stocks they want us to look at? This thing's going to drive me crazy, guys.
Millionaire. One of her specialties is helping young parents do a little marriage counseling, right? Your philosophy is going to determine whether or not you go for the disciplines or continue the errors that's called potential disaster. And everybody has it within their power.
We're coming below the 20. Be ready.
So happy for me to find out at age 25, Mr. Show said, Mr. Rohn, you don't have to change countries. But you do have to change philosophy. And if you'll change philosophy, not country, you can turn around your income, you can turn around your bank account, you can turn around your skills, you can become capable, powerful, sophisticated, healthy, influential, all the other equities that you could possibly want out of your life, using the only stuff there is and not trying to change any of this stuff. Appreciate all of this stuff with all of its ups and downs, with all of its mystery of why it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Don't challenge this. You don't have to ask for another planet. You don't have to ask for another country. Just ask for another book. Ask for another seminar. Ask for another idea. And you can start this whole process of personal life change. Philosophy. To form our philosophy, you got to think. You got to use your mind. You got to process ideas. And this whole process over a lifetime, starting way back here when we were children, schools that we've attended, our parents, our experiences, all this stuff that we've processed by the thinking process helps to develop our philosophy. And in my opinion, each person's personal philosophy is the major factor in how your life works out.
Push-up time.
Here's what I called it in that last presentation when I was here. It's called the set of the sail. Each person's personal philosophy is like the set of the sail. Now, I used to think it was circumstances that ordered my life. If someone would have asked me at age 25, Mr. Rohn, how come you're not doing well? Pennies in your pocket, creditors calling, nothing in the bank, behind on your promises to your family, you live in America, 25 years old, got a beautiful family, every reason to do well, and things are not going that well for you. What is wrong here? It would not have occurred to me to blame my philosophy. I mean, it would not have occurred to me. Say, well, I got this lousy philosophy, and that's how come I got pennies in my pocket and nothing in the bank, and things aren't working well. That would not have occurred to me. I found it much easier to blame the government. Much easier to blame the tax problem. I used to say taxes are too high. Top tax rate when I first started paying taxes, 91%. Back then, when your income reached a certain...
All right, trying to push through here. Now, I missed taking gains on that one. I think I was talking. Yeah, when I'm day trading, I do a lot of push-ups, man. I just do sets of 10 because I'll do them all day. If you can get in 10, 20, that'd be great. Obviously, you can do more, do more. And then I rotate next day, sit-ups. That way, at least if I don't go to the gym or work out, I worked out and I wasn't sitting on my ass all day at the computer. At least I did that. That's been my new thing. That's actually been working pretty well, because some days you just, for whatever reason, I end up not being able to go out or go work, and at least I did that. So here we go. Now, I'm actually sore as fuck, dude. Don't get old, man. It's a bitch. I had to use a cane the other day. Knees all fucked up. All right, we're up 105 points on this. Let's go. It's breaking through. 41.93. Let me go look on the level 2 here. See if we can see the size of these trades. They're all pretty small, huh? He tried to break through, come back down. That's very bearish if that happens. I mean, that's not a good sign. Hits it again. We'll see. It's not below the thing, but that's not good. If I had a bunch of profit here and it banged it again, let's say we had been running and this wasn't here and this wasn't a new trade and we banged, I would start to assume we're probably building out of stage 3, and I would probably start taking it down. If I was up a lot. If it's a new trade, it's a new trade. You got to give it a minute. Let's see. Appreciate that, Drew. There you go. My man says he's been seeing Chewy boxes all over town. Hey, that could be God talking to you. You know what I mean? It could be that simple. One time I won't get into all that, but let's look up that Chewy. I haven't really done much with this. I've thought about it a bunch of times. Oof, yeah, keep an eye on it. This is not good, though. I mean, maybe it's coming into a bottom here. Here's one I was looking at. It was trade of the week. I never got the email out, though. But, keep an eye on the newsletter, especially on Sundays. I update it. I always try to, even if I don't update the newsletter, I do my very best to update page 35. I guess I need to make more hot links on here. If you're not on this email list, get on it. It's down here at the bottom. If you're in Discord, that doesn't mean you're on this email list, okay? This email list is, you got to go down there and opt into it. But get on that. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. It's always good when your friends bring you Chinese. Hold on just. Oh, fuck. If you go down here at the bottom, anywhere on the newsletter, if you click it, it'll let you sign up for the newsletter. So you're not automatically on it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to send a lot more emails and slowly working on making people a lot better. I want to try to compete with Barron. But if you click the whiteboard anywhere or just go to page 35, you will see, mine over here. But I remember. I think that was one of my trade ideas. You should always have a few trade ideas, even if you're not going to take them. Write them on here, man. I don't think I have EMVX was from last week. So it's breaking out like I thought it would, man. Perfect. Look at this money flow pattern. Michael had a few yesterday, too. He's really good at it, of catching these obscure stocks. Let's get back to the TQ here. Yeah, it's trying to figure it. Now, if you back up to the higher time frames, I will not close the trade because of the higher time frames. It is what it is. If price is pushing, but the longer we have a hard time getting above this, if I've got some gains, I might start to lock those in. If the trade just started, I'm going to give it a minute. I don't care about losing. money. I mean, that's trading. So I'm not trying to do things to avoid all losses. I mean, losses are just part of trading. It's kind of like in sales. It's like, oh, I don't want anybody to tell me no. And it's like, fuck that. Let's get to the no so I can get to the yeses. I probably win half my trades, which means I'm going to lose half, which means I can't really get upset if I'm going to spend the rest of my fucking life losing half my trades. I need to get used to it, right? So losing trades, no big deal. I know over time, if I stay with this, I'm going to do well. I try to avoid saying things like, well, that sucked, or, I should have done this, should have done that. I mean, no matter how good you are, you're going to be able, there's always something you could have done. So be careful of doing that, man. Just stick to your plans and look at it bang down. Let's look at BitTo. Try to stick to your plans. Don't be quick to. I've been adding to BitTo. Wow, we just broke. Did Bitcoin break? Let's see. God damn. Bitcoin broke this box and has now fallen to this. Yeah, the momentum's to the downside. I mean, let's take this to a 1 hour. Yeah, I don't know how you're playing Bitcoin. I mean, on the daily, that's a stage 4 decline. It's probably going to keep going. I mean, all right. So see, look, it turned out still. Let's make this fun. I'm going to add to the trade. Just 300 shares. Filled me at 41.91. So let's give this a second. Maybe we'll pull it.
Certain level, all your income over that, 91%. So I used to say that's too high. Now the top tax rate's about 33%. But people are still saying what? Taxes are too. But you can't use that anymore. If it's gone from 91 to 33, how could it be too high? Come on. I threw all that old excuse stuff away. Some people found it though, and they're using it these days. My old list. I used to blame the traffic, the weather, I used to blame circumstances, right? People say I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too old, I was raised in obscurity, raised on a farm, parents of modest means, all the stuff. If you would ask me, how come you find yourself here, Mr. Rohn, age 25, living in America, land of abundance and opportunity, pennies, zero in the bank, not doing well, creditors calling, it would not have occurred to me to blame my philosophy. I found it easier to blame the company policy. I used to say, if this is all they pay, how do they expect you to do well? So I figured that, my future was going to be
Here we go.
what everybody else was arranging, the economy and right interest rates. I used to say things cost too much. That was my whole explanation, not my philosophy, until my teacher taught me better that this is where the problem was, my own personal philosophy. Here's what's exciting about each person's personal philosophy. That's what makes us different than dogs and animals and birds and cats and spiders and alligators. That's what makes us different than all other life forms. The ability to think, the ability to use your mind, the ability to process ideas, and not just operate by instinct. In the winter, I'm telling you, the goose can only fly south. What if south doesn't look too good? Tough luck. It can only fly south. But see, human beings are not like a goose, can only fly south. I mean, you can turn around, go north, you can go east, you can go west, you can order the entire process of your own life. And we do that by the way we think we do.
You could even do homework on Sunday if you weren't too busy. Let's see. There we go. Broke through resistance. We broke through resistance. So we know if we go to the 30-minute, yeah, so we don't have, I mean, we got clear sailing to 42.75. We go to the 10-minute. Now that's time frame continuity for all you guys into the strat. Everybody thinks the money flow needs fucking help or assistance. There's a whole group of people think, well, if you add this, it'll make it, but you don't know shit. This is so you know, we're bumping up against extremes on both. A buddy of mine brought me the strat. Are you on here, bro? I went, that doesn't do shit. I went and looked. Sat there going through it. I don't know, man. I digress, man. I'm gonna make the Wealth Squad fun. I appreciate everybody in the Wealth Squad had me in your thing last night. I got a little sidetracked, I know, as I tend to do. We're watching the TQ. We had 1,000 shares right here. If you're on YouTube, I was streaming on YouTube, and we've been on for a minute. If you remember, then over here I added another 300 shares. So now we're running up. We're about to hit our first profit here. So not real money in case the CIA, FBI, or anybody like that. It's just points. Okay, we're just playing for points. But we're up 1,386 points today. So I'm going to trim at 41.96. I'm only going to do about 500 shares. Probably should have done less, to be honest. I didn't get my full 2,000 today, so. Oh, not a good fill. That was not a good fill. And we didn't quite bang it. So I may have pulled just a little early on that. I may have pulled just a little bit early. Doesn't matter. We locked in some wins. So we're at 1,364 points today. And I'm down to 800 shares. So we got a little bit. Hopefully we can push ahead here. This is the TQQQ on the 1 minute. You guys know all about the 1 minute. Where do beginners start? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth and the money flow. 5,000 years later, he sent Jesus. 7,000 years later, he sent me. So you would start at the beginning. Go get my free ebook and then get the money flow trading system book. And then you'd start. Now here's all you got to do. Just actually listen to me and then stay with it. Just stay with it. Just keep listening. I mean, you can trade right alongside me if you want to. If your brain's not too fucking small. A lot of people's brains are too fucking small to handle that. But if yours wasn't, you might still be growing. I don't know. If your husband will let you, please, baby, can I trade with you, please? Let's see. Some people aren't allowed to. Let's see. Yep, we're still running, man. Let this run. Now we're watching this RSI. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. How? Click the damn button, man. What do you mean how? You've been on the internet too fucking long to ask these kind of questions, man. I expect adults to be able to think, process shit, and do things. So if I ran into a guy live on here, I'd go, I bet if I click his link, it'll take me to something. So you're already failing the test. Being a trader, especially being an investor, is about being an investigator. You have to start to see the world not as a consumer, but as outside of it. You got to step back and see things for what they are, man. So yeah, click the link. It's in there. Or I could come to your house, hold your hand, rub your neck, and whisper the tickers into your ear, if that would help. Hopefully this previous resistance will hold. Apparently that's what I got to do for people to do homework. So this is this resistance. So hopefully this level holds. That's funny. See, good humor, that helps, man. Being able to take a little stuff. Yeah, but seriously, hit my link. Grab the free ebook first, man. And then if you like that, we'll move forward, man. I'm just teasing. As everyone knows. Except for the guys that didn't do their fucking homework. I hope all your stocks go to zero. Fixing to do push-ups here. Maybe that'll get it going. Hey, for everyone that's in the MFG that I normally text and you didn't do your homework, I will not be responding to your texts. Okay? You're off me. You're dead to me until you do your homework and show me. Straight up, serious. Don't text me. Don't ask me shit. You're dead to me.
By exercising our mind. We do that by processing ideas and come up with a better philosophy.
I'm talking about you personally text me. Like we personally talk. I'm not doing it. I can't talk to people that don't do their homework.
All this comes from developing our philosophy. Philosophy helps us to process what's available. Well, when we get here, we got seed,
push-up time,
soil, and we got some rain, and we've got some what? Sunshine, and we've got some seasons.
4190 coming.
The miracle of life. Now the key is, what do you do with all this stuff? How do you turn?
It's about to do push-ups. All right, so we're going into the stage 4, right? Let's back it up. Where you're at, Michael? I know you didn't do your homework. I don't give a fuck about any excuse you got. Mom, I'm a job and I'm my wife. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Okay? Nothing. Dead to me. Here we go. All right, so we got a breakdown bar. We need a confirmation. And remember, support and resistance. So there's 6 parts to the money flow, right? Where are we at? Right here. There's 6 parts. The support and resistance is one of the 6. No one is any more. So what we have happening here is this comes down. I'm assuming we're going to go into a stage 4 decline. I need confirmation. So when the bar breaks the 20, that's first alert. Second's going to be that it actually confirms it if there's no support. So if this support breaks, that's it. Actually, I'm going to add to the trade now. If I can do it fast enough. I just put the shares that I took off back on. May have been a mistake. We'll see. It's a very low risk because the zone's right there. I should have waited a minute, probably. We'll let this play out. Do your homework, man.
Turn all this stuff that's available here into equity and promise and lifestyle and dreams and future.
Push-up time.
Possibilities. All of this that's possible now with human beings. How do you take all this stuff and turn it into this equities and values? Well, it starts with philosophy. What is the seed? What is the soil? What is the sunshine? What is the rain? Is it possible to take some of each of all the stuff that's available and turn it into food and turn it into value and turn it into nourishment, turn it into something spectacular and unique that no other life form can do? And the answer is yes. But you cannot deal with all this stuff and what to do with it unless you start refining your philosophy. Think, use your mind, come up with ideas.
Be ready.
Strengthen your philosophy. So the seed and the soil and the rain and the sunshine, this is called, the economy and the banks and the money and the schools and everything that's available out there, processing information, what to do with all that and turn it into equity and value. That is the major challenge of life, my personal opinion. So each person's personal philosophy now is going to determine what you're going to do with seed and soil and sunshine and rain.
Support's holding right now, 41.88.
That's it. My personal opinion. Each person's personal philosophy is like the set of the sail. That's what this seminar is for today. Help you to trim a better sail. You don't need a better economy.
Come on,
you
baby.
You don't need better seed and soil. In fact, when it comes to seed and soil and rain and
Support's
sunshine
holding.
and seasons and the miracle of life, that's all you got. Now, what if you blame this stuff? Then you're blaming all you got. If you blame the economy and you blame the schools and you blame the teachers and you blame the sermons and
that's
the
Jim
preachers
Rohn talking,
and you blame the marketplace, you blame the company and company policy, what else is there? When some people get through with their blame list, there's nothing else. That's all there is. And if you blame,
all right, it seems to be holding 41.89. But you're seeing it. You see the moving average configuration there? It's starting to turn, right? So the 5 crossed under 20, 20 under 5. Technically, this is a sell signal, and we should expect it to come down to 41.75 if it sells off. That's what I would expect. And we are about to ring out of this trade. I don't want to lose any money, and I'm out, but when I added, that obviously caused me to give up some profit if this thing goes lower. We'll see. Looks like it is. Hopefully you can still hear me on YouTube, man. I'm testing out a new software there. Give me just a second, YouTube, and then I'll check on that, make sure. I'm out of breath. I already done 50 push-ups this morning. I'm out. Oh, wait, did we pop back? No, I'm still out. Somehow when I hit the button, it popped up for a second. Do you use a stop on support or get out manually? Most of the time manually. I will throw in emergency stops in case the market moves against you. I would advise most of you guys to do them. I usually put them pretty far away. I don't want it to shoot down, stop me out, and come right back. If that happens, I get right back in, okay? So you got to be quick on the trigger if you're day trading. Now, if you're doing, a lot of guys, we have a lot of people in our day trade group that are on the 30-minute. So they didn't need to do shit. They're at work today. So he got to work and checked the chart. What is it? Breakout, okay? So he should have bought some. Yeah, but it's way up here. Don't matter. Buy it. Stops down here. So as it pulled down into here, I'd start adding to this trade. Now they're up. And so the guy on a 30 minutes target is over here in probably the 42.50 range. But now, look, RSI's banging. So this guy would be taking some of the trade down. Truth is, he'd be in from back over here. That's if you're trading on a 30-minute. I look at the 30-minute and I look at the 10 to kind of see what I think will happen on the 5 or my game. What happened there? Oh, I see. So that's called time continuity. That's what they call that shit. Oh, be ready. Look, we have a new anchor point here. Now this is, I day trade exactly the same as I swing trade. So sometimes people will say, well, I'm just a swing trader. That's just because your brain is too fucking small to add new things. And you don't have anybody in your life that pushes you. And you need some people in your life that push you, man. 500 fucking adults. Nobody can find time to do their homework. That pisses me off, dude. I did enjoy doing that talk in the Wealth Squad last night. I'd kick most of you out of the Wealth Squad, though, personally. That's what I told Chris. It's like, let's clean house, man. Like, half these people got to go. But they don't let me do that, so. 40, man, this 41.86 ain't going nowhere, is it? I was about to switch to some stocks, but I want to see if we're going to hold this. If this anchor point holds, then we need to be ready to buy. Am I going to turn and short this? No. I'm in. Goddamn, bro, why didn't you see that? Dude. I mean, God, I can't get no help, man. What did we get filled at? Dude, come on. Are you serious right now? All right, I'm just going to do 1,000 shares since apparently we have other issues. Right, so I'm in for 1,000. So let's let this play, man. We'll see what happens. As soon as this gets going, we'll check a few others.
The only thing you've got to work with, I'm telling you, it's called mistake colossal. In not understanding that that's all you've got to work with. And if this is all you've got to work with, then you don't change the seed, and you don't change the soil, and you don't change the rain, and you don't change the sunshine, you don't change the seasons. Right? Guys, I'll take 3 springs, 4 summers, 9 falls, no winters, and no, you can't fool with this stuff. You got to take it like it comes. Then what do you change to make your life work well? You got to start with your philosophy. Guess what I had to do at age 25 in order to change my own future? I had to change my mind. I had to change my thinking. I had to change my philosophy. I was messed up on what was causing my problem. And once I got that straightened out, that all the stuff I blamed, the government and taxes and the marketplace and the economy and things cost too much, negative relatives, cynical neighbors, once I got rid of that and started going for where the real problem was, which was me, I'm telling you, my life exploded into change. My bank account changed immediately. My income changed immediately. My whole life took on a whole new look and color immediately. And the early results I got from making these philosophical changes tasted so good, I've never stopped the process from that day until this. And I'm telling you, with a little consideration of the refinement of your sale, by setting a better sale, refining your philosophy, your whole life can start to change from today on. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till next month. You don't have to wait till spring.
41.98, a limit order.
I recommend it. Now, some people do so little thinking, they don't even have their sale up. I mean, you can imagine where they're going to wind up at the end of this week, at the end of this month, at the end of this year.
41.98.
Now's the chance to change.
So I got a limit order in at 41.98. That should hit the RSI. Unless it takes a couple bars, then I'll change that. So I try to calculate the RSI before it happens. All right, Gerald, how do you do that? You didn't even do your homework, so I'm not going to even tell you that shit. I can't even do advanced stuff anymore. It's impossible. Let's see. There you go. Bam. Come on, baby. I was wrong. I said 41.98. Go ahead and ring it, bro. 41.97.
I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know what did you do. I'm sure everybody in here is more learned than I, much more of a scholar than I. But I know about coming back from seemingly unsurmountable odds. I know about coming back from when doctors tell you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Oh, you're too old. You shouldn't be. You should sit down somewhere and take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. Go on vacation. Take a break.
I got my AARP card in my wallet right now. In the same group. So you should sit down, sir, because of your diagnosis, and don't do a damn thing. Bullshit. Hell no. Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing, and what I should be doing, and what I won't do, and what I can't do. And I politely go out the door and do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm going to do that until they throw dirt on top of me. This is my life. And I choose to live it the way I want to live it. I won't let you decide. I live this. I don't care how long or short it is. It's mine, motherfucker. And I'm going to use it how I see fit. So your stories motivate me. You see, after 35 years of lifting weights, open heart surgery, dying 3 times on the operating table, CT. What motivates you? Your story motivates.
I would have added shares there if I could have. I was in the other room. Right here. Now, is that risky? That's risky because the trade could be breaking down. But yeah, I mean, if you back up to the 10, we won't add. The 10 is overbought. 10-minute. So, as it, we're risk managers. That's what trading is. So, if we were running high risk and we're willing to trade that way, I'd prefer it comes down into here and holds it because I can get it lower and lower. And then if we rip, see, goddamn. We had that over here too. So anyway, we will, we'll see how that. It says Uber's taken off. Let's see. Uber should have been added to the damn S&P and it wasn't. That pisses me off. They put in nice. Most people know this is my largest. This and BX are my largest holdings, and I've tried to tell the whole world that would listen to me that Uber is going to $60, and I've just been buying it and buying it and buying it every stage one, all the way back to $14. From 50 down to 14 every stage one. So I have a pretty large position. Instead, they put BX, which is my next to largest position. And this is one I've tried to get everyone. I personally didn't buy any of this recently because remember, I started buying this at $25 and I've owned it for like 9 years. So it's my largest holding. So I haven't bought any in a while, but I have tried to recommend to other people. Anytime you see BX under this 200, it's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, guys. And if you have my new ebook, which the only way to get it was to have bought the NFT. So if you bought the MFG logo NFT, which more shit will be coming to those people, it went up. And I mean, these are no-brainers. It's one of the strategies I talk about is catching these big cap dividend stocks underneath the 200. So if you picked up that NFT and you didn't get it, let me know. But it's called Chaos to Cash. That's the new stuff that I've been working on. And if you bought it, you can have. I mean, I'm sending them out copies of it. So let's see. Yeah, Uber's looking good. I'm gonna hold Uber until we get pretty high. Let's get more. Let's check out some of these new yield max with the huge yields. I've got a pretty large position now going in Tesla. Up 4% today. We've been buying. So all through here, buying. I think I almost got 1,000 shares. So I think the dividend this month was 58 cents. So the dividend this month would be $580 for me. And now we're in the green and it's going to head higher. I don't know if there's a better thing in the world than you buy something, it goes green and it pays you a bunch of money. Yeah, I've tried to alert people to this. I don't know all I can do is point people. And what was funny, again, made me mad. I text all these people. Sorry about that. Text all my friends, dude, you need to get in this. Oh, gotta go back. They're all too fucking busy. So, shit. Oof. All right. So I'm going to be ready. I know everybody's too busy. Let's see.
Of extreme will. People that came through something or circumstances that they were not supposed to go through. Not supposed, you just ain't supposed to be able to do it. But it did it any goddamn way.
Come on. All right, be ready.
It is impossible until some crazy son of a bitch has the audacity to believe that no matter what the expert or the doctor says, I can still do that shit. And if you don't believe it, just sit your ass down over here and watch me do it. How do you teach people to not look at something and say immediately because the appearance, I can't do it, I give up, before they even attempt it? Oh, that's overtraining. Simply because it sounds like more than I ever done before. I can't do that. I won't even try.
I can't do my homework.
I won't even try. I give up before I even try. No. Oh, I tried, but I fell short. I tried my best, but I fell short. Is there victory in there? Goddamn right it is.
Goddamn right.
Anytime that you give your best effort, that you give everything that you possibly can give, there is satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best. I did all I could do. There's victory.
Adding shares.
Satisfaction. Effort is so important. It is so important.
Effort, like doing your homework.
That you give. My last competition.
But CT, I'm busy.
In my attempt, but I consider it my greatest competition. Why, CT? You didn't get it. Because the day before that competition, my doctor looked me in the face and he said, if you go out there and you try to bench press 705 pounds, it's going to kill you. Your valve is too weak, it'll be too much of a strain, it will explode right there on the stage and you're going to die in front of all the people. My doctor told me that. I have trained my whole life for this. I have devoted my life to this. This is the reason for my existence. This is why I am here. And you're asking me if I am going to compete? Of course. Of course I am. And if I do happen to die on that stage tomorrow, then you know what? so fucking big.
Come on, baby. Take it to 0. Gets me fired up, man. All right, so we got the anchor point here. We obviously got overhead resistance. We got our stop loss here. It looks like we're headed that way. Oh, maybe support holds. Take me to church. Let's see. Let's see if this holds. It might hold. Now, if you're this is what they call a channel. If you just insist on learning all the other lexicon that all the babble you'll see traders doing. Channels, double bottoms, double tops, the pennants, flags, all the other nonsense. That, this is, you'll see all that in here. And this is where people get whipsawed, right? Because we're going boom, 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 boom. We don't need to get whipsawed. I don't get whipsawed. So I trade market structure. Hey, man, I appreciate you being on that last night. That was fun. I like coming into Wealth Squad and doing that. Anybody that's there on a Sunday night like that, what was it, like 280 something people? I love that. I love that. That's fun. Anytime you show up, you got 200 something people. I will say this. It's very similar while I'm at it. How many people you got in the Wealth Squad? Like 25,000 or some shit? Most of them are dumb as fuck. Like, yeah, 25,000, only 230 made it to the training. I guess the rest of them just fucking geniuses, know what they're doing. Let's get back to Tesla. TSLL, that's been a great trade, obviously, swing trade. Boom, running. We got a huge swing trade on this. A lot of people's problems with the yield max is and we have a yield max set up inside our Discord group, and you got to be invited into that. Even if you're in the MFG, you got to be invited in. And the way to offset some of that upside, like Tesla's only up 4%. This is not designed to mimic the price of Tesla. It's designed to give you income. That's what it does. If you get out there on YouTube, I've never seen a dumber group of people that are putting these videos out than I see right now on those yield max videos. So here's Tesla. Tesla's up 10% today, right? Bam. But if you look at TSLY, TSLY is only up 4%. If Tesla moves more than 10% in a week, you're not going to get much upside. This thing's only designed to move up like 10% because of the puts that they have, because of the strategy. It's just not going to track it, okay? So it's always going to be behind the price. That seems hard for people to understand. But if you look at, say, TSLL, well, we can offset that, man. I'm trying to learn this new software. We can offset that with the new software or the new with TSLL, and you see it's up 15%. So 15% and 4% get you the price of Tesla with the 50% dividend yield. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? But that's the way I see it. And we can do the downside the same way. But who wants to make 50% income yields on Tesla and then go up more than Tesla? Who wants to take the time to learn that? I don't know. This was another one, man. I'd been talking about these for months. I text my friends. Not a fucking one of them had bought this. So fuck them. They're off my list. I'm not even telling them shit anymore. You get one fucking time. I'm going to ask you, and if you're like, no, I didn't have, fuck you. You're off my list. That's it. I got no time. I'm not having any close people to me that are too fucking lazy to do this. I'm just too old, and I'm done with it, man. I'll just treat you like everybody else. You'll get a fucking email, a text message, and we'll just keep our distance, and we'll just have a monetary relationship. That's what we'll do. So I'm not going to get mad at anyone after today. Let's see. After today, it's just money, monetary position. We're not friends. Just here. Here's your fucking text alert. That's the way we're going to play it. I hate that, dude. It angers me. We should break out here just shortly. So where are we at? 9:42:02. 42:02 is going to be where we should hit on the RSI, the first RSI. When that hits in my day trades, I sell half. So I'm going to say right around here. We'll see. Let's see if that hits. Right around here. Louie, were you too fucking busy too this weekend? Let's see. Bro, I'm sure. Let's see. All right, I'm going to add to this just to make it. Let's hold up on that. See where we're at on the 10-minute. All right. No, God, I feel like we're about to break. So I got a target right here if we break out on the limit order. Now, we could adjust the stop here because we got a new anchor point, right? We got a new anchor point right here. If you wanted to be super conservative, you could move it there. Now, here's the way that I'll do this. I don't even know why I tell people these things. I would do the original stop loss here. And because we moved up, I would put a second one here. And so if we move down, I would get out in stages honoring the original. If this breaks through, you cut this one and you move it to this one. And we're going to let it track up. And that's using market structure and not percentage. Having like a 10% stop loss, that's dumb. There's zero reason to do that. You want to use market structure, not some arbitrary number. Like sometimes I'll see, well, I only lose $100 on a trade. Okay. But what if your $100 doesn't make any fucking sense? So you could still go with the strategy. I only want to lose 100. Cool. So if your stop is here and you only can lose 100, well, then you can calculate the size of the position you can take, right? Because the stop should be the same regardless of how much you're willing to lose. And then you adjust the size around where the stop would go. Does that make sense? Yeah, he says always busy. Try to be productive, man. I'm never busy. Switch that word. Busy's for poor people. They're so busy. Too busy getting busy to get rich. Oh, too busy. Let's see. We're about to break through, man. We're about to break through. Get back to the home. Hold on. Isn't that cool? There's Kathy Woods next to Discord member Paul in the money flow shirt. Hold on. So I always do my board. Helps me understand market rotations. Helps me see what's going on in the stock market. Where's Kellogg's? Right. Well, if it's under BNB, I know it's under the 200-day moving average. So something that I like to practice is called tape reading. Dan, listen up, man. Listen up. Stop being fucking broke. Get your shit together. Get your head out of your ass and listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to try to show you some serious shit here. And so as I fill this out, man, and as I stare at it, it's called tape reading. And you can stare at this, and you should stare at the tickers too going by, not just charts, man. You got to be able to read this shit, man. And so thoughts and ideas, keeping an eye on retail and possibly adding restaurant stocks to the portfolio. Back to the TQ, we're day trading. Oh man, look at that. It's turning back down. But now we know it's been channel locked here, right? And we talked about this. We could have put in another order right here. We'll see if that holds. If this holds and we start doing this, then I'm going to cut this one and just move the whole stop to here. This is trade management. And a lot of times, like if you got a job, you're doing a bunch of other shit, you're not going to be able to watch it this close, okay? You're going to get frustrated with your trading. If you're frustrated with your trading, that's because you're trying to do something else at the same time. There's no reason to be frustrated with trading. That's just because you're doing something else. Can't play with yourself while trying to do this, okay? You can't do video games. Like you got to, and so you got to back it up to a time that when you look at it, you can look at it. Time, you can't be rushed. If you're rushed, you're playing the wrong time frame. So again, let's back it up to the 10-minute. Come on, man. Back it up to the 10-minute. And what do we see? The 10-minute is in a stage 3, right? RSI. So we need that shit to work off. And a couple ways that you can work off an RSI. If I was on the Wealth Squad last night and they were talking about shorting RSIs. I don't know. I'd kick you out of the group. Like that's the difference in me, though. I'm not hanging out with a bunch of people doing a bunch of other shit, man. Like either money flow or fuck off. Like that's where I'm at. So I don't know why anybody would think that. That's a terrible strategy. Oh, I got to close this out. We're out. Now, that's me being unreasonable, and I get it. And I have people all the time, well, other people have good. Go with those people. Get away from me. Because I try to protect my strategy, man. I ain't letting a bunch of people in doing other shit. Look, it's going to hold here. So we can be ready to get back in. Could be the sell-off hour. I don't know. We'll see. What time is it? 2? Could be. But what I'd like to see is it pulls back into here. So I'm out, and we'll let it set up. I'll be ready. And then there's still room on the higher time frame, though. Damn. So now I'm only up 1,196 points on the day. I'm back in. A little early, but we're back in the box. That's a whole nother class. I'm only doing 1,000 though. So we're back in on the box here. Back in the box. Very bullish. And we got a new anchor point, right? So let's clean this chart up. Let me clean the chart up.
Show 'em what we do, Will is the key. Willpower. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know what did you do. I'm sure everybody in here is more learned than I, much more of a scholar than I. But I know about coming back from seemingly unsurmountable odds. I know about coming back from doctors tell you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Oh, you're too old. You should sit down somewhere and take it easy.
Go on vacation. Don't do your homework.
I got my AARP card in my wallet right now. In the same group. So you should sit down, sir, because of your diagnosis, and don't do a damn thing. Bullshit. Hell no. Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing and what I should be doing. And what I want to, do what I can do. And I politely go out the door and do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm
Get
gonna
up
do
there.
that
Oh, come on.
until they throw dirt on top. This is my life. And I choose to live it the way I.
Now, if you're trading tight, we've got a lot of stuff on the higher saying, hey, we're oversold here. Like my man said, sell off hour. That's been what's been going on. I was really hoping this support would hold. Probably about to break. If we do, I'm going to call it for the day. I've had a great day, up over 1,000 points. And that with the way it's set up on the 10 and 30, man, it really needs to work this up. But that don't mean it can't keep running. So I don't ever know. Let me let you know. Tomorrow the market's going to go up, probably down. After that, I don't know what it's going to do. And that's how you live. Anytime you meet somebody that thinks they know what's up, they're either fucking delusional, crazy, or what. It's ego, because I have no idea, man. And I've been doing it 21 years. And I don't know what it's going to do. I do know it's going to flow through the 4 stages of price movement. Other than that, I don't have any opinion. I don't give a fuck about the Fed or economic reports or any of that stuff. Money supply, I read it all. I understand it, but I don't think it has shit to do with trading. And I know 100% none of that has anything to do with stocks. Now, you might have algorithmic computers moving shit around, but there is not a person on earth who trades a shit ton of, who's sitting there going, well, we got to get out. They don't do that, man. It's not, they downsize positions, but they're not moving all in, all out on any of that stuff. So you don't want to do that either. Yeah, we're holding here. And the more this holds, the more I like it, man. Might have to get back in even if I get off. I can't help it. I know a lot of my younger contemporaries are like, oh, I just get on the computer about 1 hour, about 20 minutes. I'm in 20 minutes a day. Guys, they might be listening. Don't listen. Nobody trades 20 minutes a day. Oh, dude. I'm sorry, YouTube. My fucking thing went off here.